Okay, hi everybody. It is Umber Rays. Today, just moments. Well, I say moments, but it's like 50 minutes until the release of the new Another Story character. And that's kind of important because, hey, Global is getting theirs right away too. So, huh, amazing how it's like poetry in the sort that it rhymes. But anyway, today we're going to be talking a little bit about the producer live letter. I don't think this will be a long video, but we'll see. All right, so as you can see, we are going to be starting a little bit differently this time, talking about the conclusion, and I basically brought it up in web browser using Google Translate so that we get a general allow people to read through the rough translation. Of course, Google Translate perfect, but I think this is interesting because in the conclusion of the producer live letter for the JP side this month, we noticed that, that there's something to share with you today in FFB where we have an established user agreement so that everyone can enjoy the game with peace of mind. And we would like to confirm that confirm about acts that violate the user agreement. We will suspend the use of this application without prior notice. We can do that. Cheating will destroy the balance of the game, and users who are using the game incorrectly may suffer disadvantages. So we ask that all users comply with the user agreement. Maybe we'll put a pin in that and talk about that a little bit later, but that definitely doesn't feel like a comment towards the JP side at all. It's not to say that there aren't people who probably use exploits or potentially some ways of like hacking the game and cheating, but there hasn't really been ban waves in more of the visions. So this comment feels particularly interesting. All right, so let's head back up to the top and talk about it. So one of the big things this month has been the user feedback, which was talked about a lot on the most recent live stream. And the most recent live stream, the tone was a little bit somber. The producer, for instance, didn't seem particularly happy because of some of the feedback that, and I'm assuming pressure on him. But here we're getting the producer live letter, so the producer is also is going to fill us in on a little bit. Mainly that it looks like UI improvements are going to be most everything that the JP side is going to see until the 3.5 anniversary. So I think that like recently there's been talked about, hey, what about new content? What about new ways to play and all of that? Well, I'm just going to tell you right now that it looks like most of everything that's going to be happening up until JP's 3.5 anniversary in May is basically going to be UI improvements, which the game definitely does need. The UI needs some major overhauls and could just stand to be a little less cumbersome. So I'm happy to see UI improvements, but we have received many requests from the survey results, and we would like to update the specs of such things as the Phantasmagoria, which is a fantastic game. If you've never played it, you should go back. It's like an old, I'm pretty sure it's an point-and-click adventure, unless my memory. Can I just do a segue in the middle of this video for a second? There was a game, a PC game, that I played back when I was super young, and it was like 3D and you like click to move kind of thing, sort of like Myst. And I always remember it came in like the Dig jewel case, but it wasn't the Dig, because I've seen the Dig, and the Dig is written by Orson Scott Card, and it has like voice acting, and it's different. It's like more 3D like Myst. And it starts with like digging into a hole, like it was on the cover and everything. But it wasn't the Dig. It wasn't. I honestly don't know what it was. It was definitely a point and click adventure puzzle style game like Myst. If you have any idea what this is, please let me know, because this is just one of those random thoughts of something that popped in from my childhood that causes me to lose some sleep at night. Okay, returning. Next up, in addition, basically they're going to look at the reward system. So Dream enhancements, as you know it on Wotv Calc, and reincarnations, as it's been said by multiple people in the community, is a system to increase units from 120 to 140, and most of the JP players have hated it. It is incredibly limiting. Most free-to-players get almost nothing in-game from events or other stuff, and only recently it's very slowly tried to pick up. So they're going to be looking at the ways that people will get these, and they're also trying to develop new ways for playing for the 4th anniversary, which is a long way off. But materials such as phantom antlers and the scrolls, which are needed for that enhancement system, they are looking on it. It's a little condescending here. This, as mentioned above, how often do you actually use them? Are you lacking? Like, fuck off. You guys are selling them kind of thing in the shop, and whales have a huge advantage in the system. So much so that it's just, that's such a stupid comment. Anyway, not to get too distracted, but it looks like they are going to be trying to adjust the rate. Because I think when globalers see the system and actually get to play it, they're going to find out how awful it kind of is. So yeah, it's noteworthy for anybody out there on global that this is being looked at on the JP side. Don't know what the addressing rate will be from global. Anyway, blah blah blah, cooperation update schedule for February. So this is going to be pretty minor, as we are pretty much at the end of character quests for Master Quest 2, but some notable ones for the month of February on JP. Farm is finally getting her damn Master Ability 2, yay. Alum will be getting it, Valentine Eldyra will be getting it, Raychez will be getting it, and the Immortal Zazen will also be getting his, which is pretty interesting. So globalers might be interested in those some of those units. I think there's some interesting stuff like Raychez getting her upgrade. I'm hoping that that's going to be quite good. And I'm hoping that Farm's going to have something substantial, but also just looking at the Master Quest 2 week, it doesn't look like there's going to be any spots open for collaboration characters at all. So probably we're going to make it through the month of March without a collaboration, which as a JP player, super happy about that because I'm tired of collaborations, at least right now. Next up, the February schedule for Dream Enhancements is once again looking like just a massive one. Resnick, Sakura, Yerma, Alum, Titus, Durando, Mariluk, and Mish for the second week. Saria and Eldyra Valentine, which isn't a surprise as we were basically expecting the Valentine units to arrive on that schedule. And the fourth week will be Rob, Eldyra, Garble, Lamega, Moraga, Saria, Mistral, and Burka, which is definitely not correct. Hey, thanks for following. Coco Rio, you are now in the YouTube video. Congratulations. Also, shoutouts to Solid Owl, Alien Strife, and Reset, who are all in my chat right now. And sitting through me doing this kind of thing. So, if I'm going to say anything about the Dream Enhancements, which, by the way, I am going to do a monthly, summary video pretty quickly here, but other videos to do. Resnick, I don't think Resnick is actually going to benefit that much from this upgrade, without having seen it kind of thing, just my guess. Sakura, I think, actually might be really interesting. Yerma might be broken if they just really overcompensate for how long that we've been waiting for this unit to get an upgrade. But I have, super high hopes for Yerma. Any low rarities, feels like a crap and shoot, Saria and Eldyra, I don't know. I do have more hopes for Eldyra because of Yuvi, and I want that to work kind of thing. Saria is pretty out right now of most of the conversation, so to take something up substantial, and I just don't feel it's going to be there. As for the rest of the URs for the month, Rob, again, could be a Yerma situation. We'll have to wait and see. Eldyra could be interesting. Lamega, not interested at all. Moraga, possibly. Garble, however, is the one that I think is the entire month. The one that I'm the most curious about, because Garble is the unit that somehow manages to stay incredibly relevant through the whole history since he's come out. he was powerful when he came out. He's been getting like regular updates enough to be powerful, and he's a powerful element. So I'm curious about, really. I mean, like, more HP is one of the main things you get from, and that just benefits him. So yeah, I'm gonna be very curious about how that one. Oh, high hopes for it. As for the update schedule, looks like vision cards and limited party abilities will be a big improvement for February. So here's hoping, but we'll see how that works out. And yeah, future additions will include such as Faith Stones, updating UI and chat function, more UI, AI modification, the works. But coming back to the bottom here, this feels like a really weird thing to include on the JP side, and I have no doubt in my mind that the only reason that this is in here, about the whole cheating thing, is because of the global offer wall. So congratulations, Global, for the first time ever, a major event from your side that did not happen on our side has actually made it into the producer live letter. Substantial. It really is astounding to see this on the JP side, because this hasn't been really an issue. There hasn't been ban waves mentioned for, it feels like, a long time now. So just to see this is not really that mind-blowing, but also it kind of is. It's just like, yeah, we're just gonna reinforce the idea that, hey, we can cut your account for like basically any reason, kind of thing, that we feel, so long as we can justify it like within the user agreement, which we don't have really that many legal rights with these kind of digital things. So a stern reminder. It's really weird because, like, JP just went through the survey results and it felt like JP players were very unhappy with the game. So for this message to kind of be on the JP side, it's just weird, where it's like the players are unhappy and you're being like, hey, we can cut your account for basically any reason. If we just claim it as being cheating, they could shut my account down tomorrow, and it'd just be like tough shit kind of thing. And I have to say, I don't know if that's the narrative that you really want to push right now with JP. I don't know. I'm gonna end this video with a quote from a good movie that kind of summarizes my feelings about this. Wow, it's a bold play, Cotton. Let's see how it pays out for them. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.